She's able to, speak on what she does. She's able to talk about how she's able to manage her finances. And we think that wazazi wetu sasa, the general public, we should be able to tell that kid who's selling mandazi that it's a job. I mean, it's a hustle. You should be able to earn, reinvest, save, and give.
Interesting question. What do you want to be now?
Yeah, what do you want to be now?
Because a lot of, from our generation mostly, anyone you asked what do you want to be when you grow up, it was always a pilot, a doctor. And at that point, the assumption was at a tender age, you may not necessarily have the clarity of thought on what exactly you'd want to be at that very moment. But coming back to you, Amalia, at what point did you know that it's clear you want to become an entrepreneur, a fashion designer? Is it something someone suggested to you, or what happened?
Well, when I was younger, we used to live in Australia, and we had 2 living rooms. So in one living room, I'd have a little table. I have my painting, I had soap, maybe soap that we buy from the supermarket. And what I'd do is, I'd get into the kitchen, I'd take containers, spoons, knives, all of that stuff, and I'd make potion. I would make soap, water, lotion, all of that stuff. And then what we do is my mum found me one day doing all of that, and she said, well, you like to do this, but there's a way we can make money out of it. And then soaps is kind of because, you can add color, essence, melt it, all of that stuff, which makes it like making a potion like I used to do when I was younger. And that's how I got into soaps and candles. And how I got into fashion. I liked dressing up a lot. When I was younger, I'd do a lot of dressing up, a lot. And then one day, and my mum used to buy me these little sketchbooks where you'd get your markers and you'd draw clothes, and I'd start doing that, and my mum said, there's also another way we can make money out of this.
So it's mostly about your mum. Your mum saw the business acumen in you and could identify some things. And probably it's a challenge to the parents as well. But Maureen, let's bring you to this conversation because yes, you are director of Mizizi Chezi, but you're also a parent. And looking at your story, you also started quite early. Take us through your story.
Yeah, so first let me just cap up on what Amalia team and Mali and Mama Mali say. It's all child guided. We as parents are the first role models. We are the first people to tell them you can do it. Even right now as an adult, if your parent tells you can do it, it really is such a blessing. It doesn't matter where you are, at what age. If your parent tells you you can do something, you can do it. And so also observing this, it's called what? Work culture in Kenya. People really never get into offices until they're way into uni when they're so much older. And well, personally, it was my own initiative to start looking for ways to make money since I was 16. 16, so you also started fairly earlier. Yes, and this is very simple. I would go to the staff room and I'll tell the teachers, can I help you count marks? The way they do manually, maybe you have 80 students and 8 subjects. And that's why I started. Then when I came back home, I would do it in church. And I'd earn 200 bob. I'd earn 100 bob, and that went a long way for a young girl. We have our needs. Instead of directing that to maybe negative ways of earning money, it gave me that power to know that I can do it. And I have never looked back since, and I'm raising my boys so that they can do the same. They need to have their talents and their entrepreneurial skills to be established now. Interesting. Yeah. Male, would you say the same, that probably your parents identified this business acumen and pushed you towards it? Or how different is your story?
Yeah, she did. Because it all started when we were in Australia. We lived with my grandma, and there was this lottery house that I really wanted to win so we could move out. And when we didn't win it, my mum said to me, what could you do to make the money yourself? And at the time I was a scooter rider and I was a trampoliner, and I still am. So then we made that into a business.
Okay, wow, interesting. But I notice, Tim, if
Yeah.
I could come back to you, I notice an issue here, and it is about parenting styles in Kenya. How do we change the mindset of the current generation of parents? Because we come from a generation where our parents did not have this kind of knowledge, did not try to encourage us in a direction. In fact, they stayed away from us, so we were pushed to school. And we depended more on our teachers than our parents. How do we help this generation of parents to change their mindset?
Well, this generation of parents is very lucky that Maureen Waititu and Tim Adeka came up together and formed Mrs. Ichezi. So this company is literally the one that's bringing out this dialogue. You see, today we are here at TV47 because of the efforts that Maureen and I have been putting in since July this year. And we want to invite you to the Elf World Kids Festival this weekend so that you can come see other children who are actually doing biashara at very young ages, you know.
Okay.
It's not just Amalia and Mali. There are quite a number of kids in this country who are actually in the entrepreneurship, kidpreneurship realm of living. Okay. And to answer your question in terms of how to challenge parents to adopt this way of parenting, I feel like it's going to be gradual. It's a process that's going to be, we're going to do it slowly and slowly. And that's why we're partnering up with financial institutions, because as Tim Adeka, I'm a producer. So I know a lot about creativity, production, talent management. I may not speak so much on financial acumen and discipline on finances. So we are definitely going to be partnering up with a lot of institutions on how to speak with children, institutions on how we can even engage with parents, create seminars and programs where parents can come and attend, and also just get to learn how to identify what your child is good at. Yeah.
And I know as we continue discussing more about the festival this weekend, we might tend to focus more on the children. But my issue is still with the parents, because I'm also a parent, and I want to know how I can benefit from this.
Come to Alpha.
Yes. Maureen, where can the parents plug in? And because some of these children grow very fast. Right now we're transitioning between one education curriculum to another, and parents are finding themselves lost in between. So every opportunity you can get to plug into your child's life, you're taking it. So what would you advise parents, especially in this kind of discussion?
Great. Well, I want to think of myself and my boys. Every child who is born, and I believe they're kind of geniuses. They don't hold back on their thoughts. Like if a child decides, I'm going to jump from here to there, they will, but we suppress that. I mean, parents, there's so much information out there whereby coming forward, like this past couple of weeks, there are so many students who are graduating, waiting to get jobs. That's not the reality on the ground. The market has really changed. So why not focus on what your child is good at? And it doesn't have to be one or two things. I'm a believer in multiple, streams of income, however little it is. There are so many jobs for unskilled young people whereby they don't need any skills to do that, like becoming child minders, walking the dogs. There's a lot of opportunities. So let parents not also leave everything to the teachers. Let them listen to such children. Let them hear the story. Let them come for financial literacy. Like now, one of our partners is KCB Cab Account. And hey, save. Teach them how to save. Okay. And a lot more. I could go on and on and on.
Let's then talk about the festival, the Elf World Kids Festival. Why the elf first?
Well, it's the season. Santa Claus is the most popular fictional character amongst our kids right now, and the elves are Santa Claus's helpers. So when you come to the waterfront, you'll find elves there. They'll assist you here and there. We're trying to make it as relatable as possible to the young mind. As much as we are trying to encourage kidpreneurship, we also want to respect the fact that they're still children, and we want to provide an environment that makes the information easy to absorb for the child. So that's why it's a kids festival. The all kid activities will be there, from the bouncing castles to the trampolines and all that. But expect to meet people who are going to show you how to practice financial literacy as a family. So the relationship between the parent and the child, which
so
is why
it is a family event.
it is. It's a family event, and when you come to Elfworld, I guarantee you, you're going to leave there with a completely different mindset from the kind of people you're going to meet there and the kind of activities that you're going to experience.
And probably we missed a point because you did not even talk about the dates and the venue. But you've mentioned that it's happening at the waterfront Karen Mall. But it's happening this Saturday and Friday. Maureen, kindly take us through some of the activities we expect from when it starts to the culmination towards the end.
All right, so it's a daytime event on both 16th and 17th of December 2023. And some of the activities that, other than the children, will be having is there'll be horse riding through the waterfront stables. There'll be paintballing, there will be Mad Max, you know, the cats. There will be Magics, yeah?
Yeah, the Aqua Park.
The Aqua Park, which it has so many places and activities to do. There's Playden, what am I leaving out?
The Striker Cave, the bowling alley.
Bowling alley, and then we'll have moments of kids showcasing their talents. There'll be kids who will be performing. And also KCB will be there to teach people on financial literacy. And it's just a day of fun and learning.
So for the learning and the bit you talked about KCB teaching, they'll just be teaching the children or also parents and other guardians?
Both. Especially, we're actually encouraging parents to come. That's why they're not buying any tickets. The tickets are for the children. So it's the parents, the guardians, the teachers who must come and make that decision so they're able to give back to their children.
You talked about tickets, and my question was to be about the age barrier. How young, how old, and how much are the tickets?
We are taking 2 to 17-year-olds, so it's a whole spectrum. And the tickets are 2,000 shillings at the gate, 1,000 shillings if you are a KCB CAB account holder. And right now, up until 3 p.m. today, there's a flash sale.
Oh.
Yes, of 500 shillings.
500 shillings for a ticket today. So where can they access these tickets, Tim?
Just go to your phone and type out www.mizizichezi.com.
Come again.
It's just simple Swahili. Mizizi means roots, actually. Chezi is just playfulness. So playful roots. If you're a Swahili person, you'll understand. So mizizichezi.com. Go there. Get yourself a ticket. We have a 50% discount. So if you have a CAB account, you'll pay 500 bob. If you don't have a CAB account, you'll pay 1,000 bob.
Okay.
And then after 3 p.m., it goes back to 2,000 bob if you don't have a CAB account, and 1,000 bob if you have a CAB account. Okay. So that's www.mizizichezi.com.
Or
you could just
or link in bio. Link in our bios.
Link can just follow
the bio.
So social media, if people want to find out more, social media, where do they go?
To my page.
To your page.
Maureen Waititu, Sax Code page, Waterfront page, Zizi Chezi page, Amalia's page. Mali's page is all of
Mad Max page.
Mad Max, Paint Fury. Everybody is
actually
bored.
Mad Max and Paintball Fury and Strike and all the gaming areas at the waterfront are giving out free tickets.
Yes.
Till today at 5. So if you want some free tickets.
Also, there are free tickets available.
Yeah. Go on their socials, just follow them, and they'll ask you a simple task, and you might get a free ticket.
Okay, and I'm thinking Amalia must be part of the festival. What are you looking forward to? What are you going to be doing over the next 2 days?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I might be doing, I'm sure I'm going to be going on stage. I might be doing horse riding. I ride at the waterfront stables.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been riding there for quite a while, not for very long though.
Interesting. What about you, Mali?
I might be on the water park, I might be go-karting, and I might be on rollerblades, maybe.
Ah, great.
Yeah.
So for the guardians and big kids, what should they look forward to?
Well, just come through and see your child shining and excelling.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, the activities parents will be able to, if you're a cool parent like Maureen and I, you can slide
So there's
on
space for
the
cool
jump
parents.
bouncing castles. We have
Yeah.
huge bouncing castles and sliders at Playdem and Amusement Park.
Yeah.
We have a big banana ride. We have the go-kart. So, you know, if you're feeling like you're a cool parent, come through and let's have some fun and make our children turn our children into kidpreneurs together.
Interesting. Anything else to add to this conversation, Maureen?
Hey, come have fun. I think this is the first time, and this is part of Mrs. Chezi, whereby we're also telling parents, just let's loose a bit. Have fun, scream on top of your lungs. Just have fun. At the same time, have fun as you learn. So come through. All I know is I'm not getting into that water. My hair, no. But I'm going to do everything else.
Interesting. The ELF word. ELF World Kids Festival happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Waterfront Karen Mall. And tickets are available all around. Quite a number of activities, social media, networking, partnerships, association with creativity, brand exposure, but most importantly, that question. What do you want to do now? That question that parents should be asking their children, and not what do you want to do when you grow up. Thank you so much for helping us understand and telling us more about this event. And we look forward to joining you there this weekend. Time now for a break. Morning Cafe will be back with a lot more. Don't go away.